All right, I made it down to the Meramec, and the storm that's not supposed to be coming is coming. This is the river I grew up on. Maybe a mile left to the truck. But, I quit fishing. You see that? It's coming. So I do have rain gear. Absolutely. I came prepared. I don't want to put it on. It's not raining that bad. But we're going to shoot some video. Meramec's up. I don't know. Probably a foot. But yeah, this is the part of the river I grew up on. Here around this corner, not too far, is the farm I grew up on. So it's almost a mile of river frontage. The farm I grew up on in Robertsville. Disappointed, didn't have a lot of time to fish, but the blessing is I got out. I'm out and about, and any day on the river is a good day. My plan is later in the summer, maybe into June, if not then July, hopefully, if it ever dries up and quits raining. My plan is to float either the entire Burbus down to the farm I grew up on, which is about 114 miles, or from Meramec Springs. The highest put in is right there at the springs. The highest logical put in, where there's enough water, and that's about 110 down to here. The problem is, the opportunity is, I only have so many days. There's 4 days of work, maybe 5. And can I do that without a motor? I honestly don't know. I don't want it to be a paddle marathon, but a true float trip, do you bring a motor? Well, I don't know. I'd like to do it in this little canoe. This thing handles perfectly, it's light, and I'm pretty sure I can get enough gear in it. But could I do 110 miles in 4 days? I have my doubts. 2.5 miles an hour. Still, I have no idea. Of course, I don't have a GPS, and couldn't get a GPS app on my phone, by the way. I tried. Nothing that I like, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a GPS to track my progress. I'm probably doing 2.5 miles an hour, but I don't know. If I can see it down here, I'll try to show you all. They're remnants of the pump house for Robertsville, Missouri. I apologize. This thing's on my head. Turn my head too much, too fast on you. But the remnants of the pump house for the town of Robertsville, Missouri, that was built who knows when, 1800s, early 1900s, that pumped water out of the Meramec River, which was spotless clean at that time, for the town. And it's up here somewhere on our right, and that's train tracks right there. You hear that thunder? This is going to be really close. But of course, I'm not stopping to put on my rain gear. Whatever. Pretty happy with this little pack canoe. Rod holder, workstation. Pretty nice, everything's zippered. Matter of fact, my phone's usually in that. So if something terrible happened, I turn this thing over. All my gear would be safe. So who knows? Yeah, train tracks. 1924. Put that culvert in. Matter of fact, just across those tracks through that little bottom is Highway AK. It comes out of Robertsville. It's paved, but that'll flood when the river gets bad enough. It floods over there. Floods that highway, county highway. Well, actually, that's not. It's a state highway. But yeah, here we are. And this is the absolute river I grew up on. Fished this my entire life. John boats. I don't know where the canoe thing came from, but I decided I wanted one 17, 18 years ago. Went and bought one, which is another old town. That one is a Stillwater 12-footer. Originally bought it thinking that I'm going to bow hunt out of that canoe. It's nice and wide. I think it's 41 inches wide, 12-foot, 2-seater. Weighs 54 pounds. And throw it up on your shoulder and go, or the yoke. But Sadly, I've never really bow hunted out of it. Rifled out, hunted out of it a couple times. But had a lot of adventures in that canoe. Just reworked it. Matter of fact, new seats, paint, which really didn't need paint, but here comes this boat on the Meramec. This is what happens. All right, I'm gonna put this thing away.